All right, welcome to Johnny Works Halloween edition. I'm gonna set up a laser swamp in my new garage, okay? We used this thing in my Halloween maze over the years. And on the outside, we built a room outside with plastic and everything to keep the smoke trapped in, okay, from the smoke machine. So that when you put these lasers out, it creates this laser swamp thing. Looks like almost water. So anyway, I'm gonna set it up in my garage. First thing I did, I took plastic, covered my smoke detectors and taped them off. Not saying it's a great idea, but I didn't want to set my smoke alarm off, okay? And I'm not gonna build outside a big room to do this in this year. Maybe next year. This year, under construction. So do it in my garage, covered my smokes, and then I'll open my garage doors and blow that thing out with a fan, okay? And it's not real smoke, it's like vapor, so you're not gonna kill anyone, and it's not toxic to walk through it. I don't think you'd want to be in there for 12 hours, but it's non-toxic, okay? So, about 4 years ago, I think, 4 or 5 years ago, I bought 2 of these lasers, okay? They come with this little cup thing, which you mount to whatever, you mount it to something, and then you can turn this laser wherever you need to turn it. You can see it kind of swivels. Okay, it also shows up and down. You can go this way, or you can go this way. You just gotta make sure when you set it up, your laser field is going horizontal, so that as you're walking through it, it looks like you're in the swamp, okay? All right, so I got 2 of these. You gotta plug them in. I'm gonna spread them out. I'll put one on either side of the room and make sure nothing's in the way of it, so it gets a big field, okay? You don't want like a wall or something in between, because it'll cut that laser off and it kind of messes it up. Second thing, all right, the next thing that I got that we used, I got this same thing a couple of years ago, is this smoke machine, okay? Very fun. I think I got them online. Anyway, I'll let you know. Comes with light changing thingamajiggies. This thing can be hooked up with, I think it's even music you can hook it up. But you can change the lights on it, and then it has a remote control that you can hit that button and get that smoke coming out whenever you want. If you don't have enough, you can hit it whenever you want it, or shut it off with this remote control, all that stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna set this up in the garage. Once again, not near anything that's combustible or gonna catch fire. It does get a little warm, you know, it doesn't get super hot, but you definitely don't wanna stuff in the corner where stuff could catch on fire, just in case. So, and then I got some fog juice that you pour inside this bad boy. And this is left over from last year's party. I just got the fog juice from, looks like Spirit, okay? So that's where I got it. Anyway, that's not a dead body, anyone watching. This ain't Ed Gaines' house or nothing, okay? I'm not no kind of weirdo. A little weird, but not that weird. It's fake. Pay attention, I'll show you how it is done. All right, so got my trusty screw gun, or drill, or technically impact driver, okay? I'm gonna screw this thing into the wall, okay? I want it about yay high, or chest high. This might be different if you're not, my height. Might be a little higher, or a little lower if you got kids, maybe you wanna go lower, I don't know, whatever you wanna do, okay? Lower right there. Now, the thing is, when you set up the other laser, because I'm gonna set up 2. One might be enough if you have a big clear space, but if you have a smaller room, or you're building like we used to do if we were building a maze outside or something with turns, you might need at least 2 lasers or 3, because if you set up one and it hits like something in the way, it like cuts off that laser, and then when you blow smoke in, it doesn't really give that good effect. You need like a big open space, and if you don't, get another laser, okay? These ones I bought, I think they were 39 bucks each, about 4 years ago. So anyway, I'm gonna set one right up in the center behind me, and then I'll find a spot down the other end and set that one up. at the same height, okay? That's kind of important. But you can't adjust them. You can move the thing up and down and try to adjust, and you want the two lasers to be the same. So if they're like this or like this, it doesn't, kind of sucks, okay? All right, I'm gonna show you what I got, okay? See, it's just a little thing. I can move this around. Once I get it where I want it, I can add another screw and then the thing will be more stable. And then this thing can pivot, can go in and out, turn, okay? All right? Pay attention, people. Jeez. All right, so there's adjustment screws. Okay, I'm gonna show this other bad boy. All right. There's this piece right here. It's got the little nub. You can turn this thing and it opens this up, and you can take this out and you can flip it around back and forth up and down. And then got this adjustment. So there's two adjustments like that. The other thing is these set screws right here. Okay, these are those set screws. Hold this laser. You can move the laser in and out, whatever you want to do, okay, if you're in a tight spot or something. But you can hit these things. Okay, same thing. When you get it where you want it, you just add another screw. Got it? All right, everybody. So I end up running extension cords for one laser, for the other laser, one for the smoke machine. I don't think you need to see me plug them in and show you how to. I think you people can plug. You guys know how to plug in stuff, right? Okay. Anyway, lasers are on. They're plugged in. I'm going to shut the lights down, and we'll try to line these things up and make sure they look the same. They give a nice plane, a nice flat, straight, horizontal, whatever they call it, plane. Okay. So hold on. Ooh, look at that. They don't line up at all. One's actually going the wrong direction. I gotta figure this out. Okay. Make the adjustment. I need my screw gun. This thing's got a lid. You take it off. It's got a tube in it. Make sure the tube is sticking down into the juice. Make sure you have enough juice inside of this thing, okay? There's a little reservoir in there. You pour the juice in here. You make sure that this tube is coming out of here, going through there into that juice. Pretty simple, okay? The book tells you that, okay? And this is the juice. You pour that in, glug, 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 glug. Once you're ready, you got power in the back, you hit the power button, okay? The power is on, and from what I remember, it's been a little while, you hit this power and you gotta wait, okay? It's gonna build up. Once it's ready, this thing's gonna glow. Once it glows orange, you know it's ready to go, okay? There's also lighting, okay? I can turn the lighting on. Ooh, look at that, okay? So now my lighting's on now, and with this little clicker, I can change the colors. Look at that, pretty sweet, eh? Okay, do I want to use that? I don't know, because I already have lasers, okay? I want this thing green. You know what I could do? Make it green, yeah, genius. Anyway, actually we'll put that right there. This is my clicker. When this thing starts glowing, when that switch starts glowing, I'll hit this bad boy and it's ready to rock. And then when I hit it, we're gonna get some fog, okay? That's it, pay attention. All right, so like most people, I found the directions. Like I said, it's been like a year and a half, actually it's probably 2 years since I've used this thing. Thing worked like a charm. Right here, okay? It tells you exactly how to use this thing. I'll read it real quick. So I'm gonna hit this thing. I'm gonna watch the smoke come out, or the fog I should say, I shut the lights off. I want to see how cool it looks in here with the laser. All right, the green light was taken away from the swamp. It was too much light. Check out this live footage from our Halloween maze from a few years back. See how good this thing works.